All right, and we are back again, and we're kind of doing an interview line without, the interview line. So we're getting to know more of. We've already gotten to know our staff, and so now we're getting to know more of our volunteers that come in and have programs, our volunteer DJs, do other things around the station. And so, if you'll introduce yourself.
I'm Gloria Ramsey.
And what is it that you do here at New Vision?
Well, I do have a Wednesday evening program, 6:30 to 8:30, titled Sweet Southern Gospel.
Nice. And which format is that on?
Okay, that's on 89.3.
Okay, awesome. And so the other question that I've asked everybody is kind of how you, because everybody's origin story of how they came to be at New Vision is so different. So it's really kind of cool to hear, how God brought you here.
Yeah. Well, I met Bill Ramsey, and I started coming down here to help him out with different things. I got drafted, as I say, to do the Thursday night program with him, and then it's just evolved from there.
That's awesome. So, the next question is now that we know your origin story of how you came here, basically kind of your origin story of you and the Lord, like how you got saved, like how you got to know Him, what that looked like for you.
Well, I would go up in the summer with my grandmother, and she'd always take us to church. So I knew about the Lord for a long, long time. Then when I was 12 years old, we had revival at our church. And I gave my heart to the Lord then. I think that was in about 1960, somewhere around there. So it's been a long, long time that I've known the Lord, and just following Him ever since.
That's really awesome.
Yes, it is.
So anything else that you want to share about your journey? It's like, Bill. Bill goes into everything about his journey, which is awesome. I love to hear about it. Is there anything else that you want to share about your journey, like things that you've been through, or anything that the Lord has just kind of through the years pinpointed to you where you've seen His grace and mercy in your life?
Well, I taught Sunday school most of my life, from about 12th grade until I met Bill and moved down here. Then my first husband passed away in '02. And I was praying on my bed one day, and the Lord told me He had something different for me to do. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought of this. And I really don't. There's nothing more I can say about that, because now I'm here, and I love it.
That's awesome. I feel like that's how it's been for most people that have come here. Is it's, Dad shared this morning about how basically God told him you're going to be on the radio, and he said, I'm good. And so it's one of those things where, I don't know, I think for everybody here, it's come out of left field. So
yeah, this sure did.
Yeah. So it's just awesome because, that goes along into, we still have to say yes, and we still have to partner with this plan. Yeah. And so we're grateful around here that you partnered with this plan and said yes.
Thank you.
So, so the next question is, if you had to pinpoint a life verse for yourself, what would that be? And would you share it with us?
Yes, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And that's found in Isaiah, and I don't remember the chapter and verse. Can you read
40 verse 31?
That's probably it.
It's behind her right there.
Yes,
on the,
but I don't want to
picture.
turn my back on you to find it. But we have to wait sometimes on the Lord. Sometimes He doesn't tell us right out front what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Or things that are going to happen to us.
Right.
So we just have to trust in Him and wait on Him.
Yep. And He always shows up on time.
Yes, He does.
He sure does. Okay, so now fun questions. So if you had to pick one thing, for Bill, this was really, really hard. If you had to pick one thing that you would say is your favorite food, what would it be?
One thing that's my favorite food. Yeah, that would be hard for Bill.
It was hard for him. He was like, what? I have to choose?
Yeah. I love pasta.
Oh, me too.
Pasta and mashed potatoes. Those are my two favorite foods. And I know I'm not supposed to eat them being diabetic, but those are my favorites.
Do you have like a favorite sauce that you like on pasta?
No.
Any sauce is good?
I like Alfredo.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But I do like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Okay, and so this is the last question, and I did not tell her about this question ahead of time. So it's always fun to hear different people's like responses to what? Okay, so if you were stranded on a desert island and you weren't allowed to take if you weren't allowed to take any people with you and you were stranded there, okay? What 3 items would you choose to take with you?
Oh my gosh. I would want music, so I'd have to have something to play music.
Okay.
My phone.
Okay.
And since we can't take people, what else would I take? Oh gosh. Clothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to keep out of,
Yeah.
it's usually pretty hot on those deserted islands.
Yes.
Okay. So we just want to thank you so much for coming in, taking your time out, volunteering more of your time than what you already do to come in and just help us to get to know you a little bit better. And we appreciate everything you do here at New Vision. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will catch you on the flip side.
Okay.
All right.